Comparison is killing your ability to grow, and it is ultimately destroying your joy. I know this because the other day I went through this. Comparison killed my joy, and it stole my ability to grow in my own life. You see, I've been posting on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube for some time now. Specifically, Instagram, I've been posting for about 3.5, 4 months. And in this time, I've grown a couple hundred followers, I've gotten plenty of views, and I was pretty happy about my progress. Until one of my friends started posting on Instagram, and he grew 1,000 followers in just 10 videos. He posts the same stuff that I do, and it made me feel like I'm not doing the right things. It made me feel like I'm just terrible at filming, terrible at editing, and I'm not good at what I do. And it caused me to go in this loop where I would just always look at his profile, always be looking when he got a new follower, always be looking at his new videos, seeing what he's doing to get all these people to watch him. And I could never figure it out. But what it ultimately made me do was compare myself with him. You see, I started thinking that he was better than me, that he had some secret that I didn't have, that he was just blessed and I wasn't. You see, that thinking caused me to go into this loop, this downward spiral where I started comparing myself to others around me too, other people who create content, who put out inspiring pieces of videos. And I started thinking I was just so insignificant because they had more views, they had more likes, and I didn't. I wasn't getting the attention that I wanted, and I really got bummed out because of it. But what happened when I started doing that is that I lost the ability to see how far I've came. You see, I've grown hundreds of followers on my Instagram page. I've inspired many people. In fact, I probably have gotten 10, 15 DMs from people saying that I'm doing a great job and they love what I see. But I don't remember that when all I'm doing is looking at other people. I don't see that when all I'm doing is comparing other people's pages to mine because I lose sight of my own growth. You see, comparison is very dangerous for me, and I think I fall into it so easily. So I still struggle with it, but here are the things that I'm doing right now to try to make it easier on myself to actually recognize my own growth in my life. The first one is admit that this is a shortcoming of mine. You have to admit your fault to actually be able to overcome it. Because if you never admit where you're falling down or where you need to improve on, you will never work on that area because your own ignorance is costing you the ability to grow. The second thing that I'm doing is getting off my phone. I think recently I've been on my phone a lot more than usual, especially since I'm posting content on social media platforms. It's causing me to actually be active on these platforms. But I think one thing that really helps me is just creating and not consuming. I can look at other people for ideas or see where I can improve, but as soon as it starts going to this comparison loop, I know that I've gone too far. And I think it's honestly really helpful that I was able to look at my shortcomings and make this video, because you probably are going through the same thing. If you're watching this, you may be going through this hard time as well. And I think how you can improve is getting off your phone and admitting that it's a shortcoming, because that is ultimately your step towards growth. I thank you for watching. I love you all. And if you would please subscribe, if you're new here, stick around for the journey because we are going to grow together.